it's just on the case once again. I apologize if my voice sounds funny. I know some people have been wondering where I've been, or maybe why haven't they heard anything from me. Well, mostly and foremost, my channel is for Kenneka Jenkins. I established this channel when Kenneka's death was being told, and when it went viral. When you're actually sitting somewhere and someone tells you how a person died, it kind of makes you react in a certain way. And some people will be like, well, that's sad, and some people will not care. Well, with me, I really did care about Kenneka dying because I was 19 once. I know I don't look 30, but I'm 30 years old, and I was 19 once, and I know that being 19, you are into things. You tell your parents, oh, I'm going to the movies, and you actually go somewhere else where you know that you didn't tell them you were going to go. I missed you too, Rambo. I'm sorry. I'm just getting back up here. But, I left for a little while, and then I come back, and it's like there are still some people who believe that it was the friends, and it's the story's actually straying away from, like the two friends that were in the video, and it's going towards Shamaya. I never thought Shamaya had anything to do with it. What I think about Shamaya is that she's actually really missing Kenneka. I feel like more than Monifa, because Monifa is not posting anymore. She's not really posting a whole lot anymore. I don't see a whole lot about Kenneka. But with Shamaya, I see her in March posting stuff, and I see her now in April still posting about her friend, which this comes off to other people as, oh, she's guilty because that's the only reason she's posting. But if you're really friends with someone and something happens to them, you tend to miss them in different times of your life. Like you could be doing something, you might think about the person. But I didn't come up here to actually talk about Shamaya because right now her name is out everywhere. Shamaya is not the one that we need to be looking at. I hate the fact that people are trying to actually pinpoint someone. I don't think it's a someone. I think it's a they thing. I think that, like everybody said, Kenneka was not a very bad person. She was just a teenager, or whatever you want to call it, a young adult, because she was getting up, 19, that's kind of like a young adult. Not quite, because my grandmother didn't think I was a young adult. She was like, you're still a kid, and you're going to abide by my rules, And if she had to sneak out and tell her mom she was going to the movies and she really was going somewhere else, she was still a kid, really. So people are saying, basically, I'm sorry guys about my voice, but this weather, it keeps changing. 1 minute it's hot, the next minute it's cold, and my is messing with my throat. But people keep saying that Kenneka was very popular in Chicago. Her family, they're trying to say her family was selling stuff. I'm just telling you, I don't know how true it is. I'm not from Chicago, so I don't know, but I'm just telling you what they're saying. And they're basically saying that Kenneka had connections and she was setting people up. So they're saying that she set up the wrong people. And if anybody knows who Jess is, he has a live TV thing. He's a radio person. And I listen to him, and I actually watch him on YouTube. You guys need to check him out too, because I'm giving him credit for this. But he had an interview with some people from Chicago, and they claim that they knew Kenneka. Like I said, I'm not from Chicago, so I wouldn't know if they knew her or not. But um, they're saying that Kenneka set some people up, and she had been setting people up for a while. But they're trying to say she set the wrong group of people up. So they're saying that the party at the hotel was for, right, I said the same thing because I feel like people, right, Tony, I feel like that people are just saying stuff now. So I'm coming up here to ask you guys, what do you guys think? Because when I heard it, I was like, she was setting up people. So are you trying to say that she's like an informant or something? I really didn't understand this. I'm like, I'm going to get up on YouTube because it kind of made me feel some type of lately. Like, are you guys just trying to find some stuff to talk about or what? But me, I'm the type of person, I go look at what everyone says, and I come back and I tell you guys how I feel about it. And I feel like, what would she gain with setting someone up? Because common sense would tell you, if I set this person up, this person has family members that can come back and do something to me. So why would I want to make my life about setting up people? Like, what am I going to get out of that besides something bad happening? I don't know. I have no idea. But then he talks about her mama having an insurance policy on her kids, and that Kenneka went to the party, but they're trying to say that her mom might have set that up. But think about this. If her mom had an insurance policy outright, and she trying to set somebody up, like set up one of her kids, how did her mother know she was at the party when Kenneka told her she was at the movies? The only time she knew that her kid was at the party was when someone actually called and told her that they couldn't find Kenneka. So, like I told you, I got my information from Jess. If you go watch his stuff, you'll hear him talking to these two people. Right, they're putting a lot of twists in it, Tony. I agree with you so much right now, because to me, I was on the right track with everybody when everybody was like, it was in a hotel and something bad just happened. Somebody did something, whether it was the hotel people. I really don't think her friends set her up, though. Maybe it was somebody in the party. I really don't think that her friends took the time to set her up, because think about the police. If you were her best friend, you know the police are going to come to you first. If you ever watched any murder investigations shows like 2020, Investigations Discovery, Snap, any of those shows, when someone is killed and they have a best friend they've been hanging with and they know this person since the 3rd grade, the police are going to come to you first. So I really, when they were saying it was her friends, I really crossed that out. I really feel like maybe it was somebody in the party, or maybe it was somebody in the hotel. What their motive was in the hotel, I have no idea. But this is just how I feel. I've seen so much stuff about Kenneka. Like, I haven't been up here, but I've been actually, like, looking at everything, and I just been taking deep breaths, like, oh, here's another story. Like, you know, they're still saying that she was somebody was fighting her in the hotel, and I still can't see how they're forming this stuff, like how they're actually sitting there and drawing little pictures, and like, this is her body. You know, me, I'm a visual person, but when you draw little pictures and taking a little marker and doing this, and I can't see it, I just can't see it. So I just feel like they're just trying to keep the story alive, but you don't have to do that to keep the story alive. All you have to do is keep talking about Kenneka. I don't know when justice will be served for her, but justice needs to be served, because nobody deserves to die and, you know, just be put away like a box of shoes that you don't wear anymore. And that's my problem. That's why I keep coming up here. I'm not digging for information. I'm looking at everybody else's information, and I'm just like taking my thoughts from what I read. And the story about the insurance company and the mother, this is supposed to tie in with the story about Kenneka going to the hotel party and setting people up. They didn't say she was setting people up in the hotel party, but they said that she had been setting people up. Right. They said she had been setting people up for a while, different people in Chicago. That 19-year-old girl, I really don't believe that. But then he was like, oh, that's not what I have to tell you. Her mom has an insurance policy out on all her kids. And I'm like, okay. So the girl that he was talking to said that the mother used to drive a Malibu, like a 2005, 2006 Malibu. And she called the car trashy. And she said now Kenneka's mother has a 2018 something. And he was telling them, well, y'all need to go check this car out. Check this car out. They talking about if she moved up like that. This one, he was like, well, I have some information about an insurance policy that her mother had out on Kenneka. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't understand how that ties up. Right. That's what I was about to say. I don't understand, Tony, right, how that's supposed to tie in with her dying. So you're trying to tell me my mother can't have an insurance policy out on me, and I can't have an insurance policy out on my kids if something happens. How am I supposed to bury them? Am I supposed to find the money some way? You know, people have to get buried, and you can't bury people in boxes, and you can't just put people in the ground on your own. They have to have a proper burial. That's what life insurance is really for. But they're trying to say her mom knew that she was going into the witness protection program. I know y'all heard this about the witness protection. It's everywhere. Honestly, I'm getting tired of it because I really feel like these things are far-fetched, but I'm going to tell you this anyway. They said that she was going into the witness protection program and that her mother knew that that Kenneka was going into the witness protection program. And so the mother knew after a while that she had went to the party and that the party was not really for her friend having her birthday party and Monique and them being there. It was for Kenneka going away for the witness protection program. Now, y'all thought that other story was far-fetched. This one right here, and again, I apologize for my voice, guys. I haven't been up here in a long time. But this story right here about this witness protection program is really getting on my nerve because it's like they're just starting to try to find stuff to say why she died now. We don't know why she died because we are not from Chicago. And even if you are from Chicago, you were not there when the girl died. So now it's like this witness protection program. So now they're saying her mama set her up. Her mama set her up because he said, well, I'm not telling y'all Jess said this. I'm telling y'all Jess, the girl that Jess was talking to that he had an interview with, said this. Said that the mother set her up with the insurance policy because she knew she was going into the witness protection program. So the mother had the insurance policy and realized, oh, she's supposed to go into witness protection. Well, if she goes into witness protection, nothing's going to happen to her. So what they were saying was something was really supposed to happen to Kenneka, where she really was supposed to go into the witness protection program because she had threats on her life. So the mother knew this and was supposed to, be there when she went to the witness protection. But instead, the mother allowed something bad to happen to her at the party so that she can use the insurance money. I don't think that's true. The way that woman was when she was outside saying they wouldn't let her see her daughter and she called them bastards. I know y'all saw her when she was like, those bastards. And he had to stop her because she was getting ready to get really real. And when she did that, I knew that she was really hurt. You could look at her face and tell. This woman has been on TV. This woman has been on the doctor show on TV, talking to them and telling that man about what happened. She's sitting there with the sister. So I think that people just need to look at stuff a little bit more closely and stop assuming. We don't know how this girl died. We don't know when she died approximately. But what I can tell you, I'm a Native American and I'm black. They say Native American and black is the same thing. Well, call it what you want because I have white in me too. Black people are not going to go into a freezer. I don't care what you think. Black people are not going to go into a freezer. They're not going to sit in a freezer and just be cold and just sit there. I wouldn't do it for nothing in the world. Nobody can make me sit into a freezer. Guys, I know people, they normally have like nice settings where they're at home at a desk. Look, I'm in the kitchen, and what I was planning on doing was getting me some tea so that I could drink this tea for my voice, because right now my voice is like really gone, and I've been gone for months. Trying to see if maybe if I come back to this, maybe she'll be like, stuff will be different, and we'll have some more good information about Kenneka. But as you can see, it's the same stuff. Kenneka's killer is still not found, and people are still making up stuff. And the stories that we've heard are very far-fetched, and I don't know. I mean, I don't judge people. And like I said, I don't take credit for anybody else's stuff because it's not mine. I didn't make it, and I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. But I am telling you that, y'all, let me get this tea right quick if y'all don't mind. Y'all, it might get a little dark, but I gotta find this cup because, and if you see anything dirty, I'm sorry, but I am at home. Let me see. I can't even find the cup. Oh, it might be in the microwave. I might have put it in there. Yeah, I put it in there, and I forgot about it. But, I know some of you guys want to know a little bit about me and why I chose to do Kenneka. No, I could have chose anybody. Kenneka's case is like very weird. First of all, she was found in a freezer. Nobody can properly tell us how she got in there. One thing I do remember is them actually saying, the police, before anybody said anything, the police automatically came out and said, before like 2 days, that it was an accident. I'm going to tell the story again and again and again so everybody understands. It couldn't have been an accident. You know why? Because if it was an accident, why? Tell me this. Tell me why. I hope this don't burn me. Okay, it's probably not going to burn. If this was an accident, tell me why the police did not take the time to investigate the hotel and shut it down for a little while. That's what I want to know. If this wasn't an accident, why they couldn't shut this hotel? If this was an accident, why couldn't they just shut it down for a little while to make sure it was an accident? And nobody did that. Okay, so I'm drinking my tea because I'm going to start trying to do videos every day like I'm supposed to. Hold on, guys. I mean, I'm just going to tell y'all like this. I'm a real person. As you can see, I'm in a real house. I'm not at a desk. I'm just being me right now. Let me drink this because I know that people cannot understand me. And right now, nobody's viewing me right now anyway. But, hold on. I gotta see if it give me some leverage. She was not the only person. Look at this. I'm sorry, y'all. She was not the only person that was found in the freezer, though. There was other people after and before her that was found in the freezer. It's not the only story that I know about either. There's a story about Kenneka where they're saying that Kenneka was not even supposed to be murdered. That it was supposed to be another young lady that was murdered. But they put Kenneka in the young lady's spot. Yeah, I did that because, really? I don't know. I'm just telling y'all, it's a lot of fibs, a lot of stories going on. Speculation. There are new video clips out. I just feel like people are having a field day with it. And it's really not fair because some people really want to know what happened to her. Some people really, really want to know. And I'm one of those people. I want to know what happened to her and why it happened to just her. How come the other drunk people didn't go downstairs and go into the freezer? But that's how things are. If y'all want to know where I am and how my face got lighter, I'm standing right in front of the stove and the light is on. I just want everybody to let me know how they feel about it. And like I said, I'm not up here to be very professional and this and that. I'm not a news producer. I'm not a TV host person. I'm Jess on the case, always. And right now my case is about Kenneka Jenkins. I'm just not okay with what's going on. I feel like justice was not served. And I feel like justice will never be served if we don't continue to work on this case. If we don't continue to have and want justice for Kenneka, there will never be justice for Kenneka. We can't keep switching up stories. So many stories on YouTube about what really happened to her. People don't know what happened to Kenneka. I don't know what happened to her. But it's like really sad how she just died and nobody knows how she got in the freezer, but the police somehow know. How the police know how she got in there and we don't. The police wasn't there when Kenneka went in the freezer or was put in the freezer. And then her hair all over her head and stuff, and these pictures haunt me. I'm not a scaredy cat. I'm not the type of person that gets scared easily. Because I'm into. Listen, I love God. There are people out there who have their own perception of God, and nobody's going to judge you for that. That's true. That's your beliefs, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, I love God, and I believe that Kenneka was murdered. I believe she was put into that freezer. I believe before she died, she fought back, and I believe that's why her hair was all over her head. That's why her clothes were off. I don't believe she got raped. Because the media would have had a field day with that. I don't think that's what happened. They talk about white people and they talk about when they get raped. 17-year-old so-and-so was raped and killed. If Kenneka was raped, they would have said it. She was black. They wouldn't have had no problem saying it. I'm not prejudiced. I'm half black myself. I'm not prejudiced. I'm none of that. But I'm telling you guys that this girl was killed. That's the bottom line. She was killed. And nobody wants to believe that. And if we let the police in Rosemont and we let them continue to say that that's not what happened, then we're not getting justice for her. And the case is going on and on. The months are going on and on. And it's getting dark too, I can tell. And still no justice for Kenneka. Sometimes I just sit and think, and I just be like, are we going to figure this out? Let this be the first case that we actually figure out so they don't do this to somebody else and get away with it. Because if we let them get away with this, they'll do it to anybody's kid. It doesn't matter what color you are, what background you came from. If someone can get away with something, they will do it again to someone else. Go back into history and go back to Mr. Manson, Charles Manson. Charles Manson killed several people. He killed the first person he got away with. He started killing other people. It took them a long time to figure out Charles Manson killing people. What about the Green River Killer? He killed several people, several women, just because they were prostitutes, and got away with it. There's another man, his name was Dawson or Donson or something. Anyway, he was killing males because he preferred males. And he was bringing them to his house and talking to them, letting them do work in the house. People were seeing him, then you wouldn't see him no more. See, my talent is really and truly, and this is why I talk about Kenneka so much, my talent is I'm interested in people. Not just certain people. I'm interested in why people were killed, what happened to them, what really happened. People, they get up on TV and they just do their job. If I was a TV host, I would really do my job. My job would be strictly about trying to figure out or pushing this case, pushing any case. It don't matter if black, white, yellow, green, purple. You had somebody die, push the case so that your loved one won't be forgotten. I said forgotten. I told you I'm not perfect. I'm sorry because my voice is no good right now. I know y'all wanted to know where I was. I've been gone for a long time. And I'm not wearing any weave. I got my hair out. I have been working. I have been busy. I've been traveling. My grandmother died last Friday. I'm at work. I'm just working. And then I'm told my grandmother passed away right in the middle of work. I don't know why family do that, but when they're shocked, they forget that you're at work, and they tell you, "Oh, I'm sorry to tell you, but you have a phone call." And I get to the phone, and they're like, "Grandma's dead." And I'm like, "Wow." And I'm trying to figure out which one of my grandmas, and I find out it's my mother's mother. And it's like she just fainted on the floor and passed out, and she didn't wake back up. And so I had to go to the wake, and I had to go to a funeral, and then I had to grieve. And then I had to, cry and get it out, because I'm pretty sure everybody in this country has dealt with grief. And grief can be hard as you make it, I tend to think that my grandmother's in a better place so that I can get through my day. And I know my grandmother would want me to get through life. So that's why I haven't been on YouTube like that. So thinking about my grandmother and how she passed, and she probably knew that, the type of person I was. I like to know what happened to people and why it happened to them. That's why I get on YouTube. I don't get on YouTube just to be like, "Oh, this is my hair and this is what I did." Look at me. I'm in my house. Like, this is real. I'm not sitting at a desk. I don't sit at a desk. I actually just talk like a regular person because you guys are people to me, and I feel like people should talk to people regularly. You shouldn't have to be somebody else. But I did this YouTube channel. I started it because of Kenneka Jenkins. And all the stories that are going on with her, I can't imagine how her mother feels because I lost my grandma. And I'm pretty sure you guys lost somebody that was dear to you, and you still trying to figure out how to get on with your life without that person. When you lose a mother or a grandparent or a child, it's not easy. But we got to keep pushing. We got to keep going. But a murder is a lot different. At least I know how my grandmother died. Kenneka's mother has no idea how she got in that freezer. All she knows is that the police keep saying, oh, it was an accident. They said that the second day they got on TV and said it was an accident. They never went to that hotel. They never put down anything and stopped the hotel from working. They could have did it for a day. Just stop. Nobody can come here for a room. We have to put something down so we can see what happened to this girl. We got to track her steps. No, they did a half job. So we got a half job of trying to figure out what happened. And we can't really figure out so much because we wasn't there. So if we weren't there, my whole problem is, how does the police know it was an accident and they weren't there either? They were called there. So everybody has to stick together and everybody has to, find out what happened. She might not be the only person I talk about. I talk about different things up here if I can, when I can. I know you probably like, girl, your voice is gone. Well, where I am, I live in North Carolina. The weather here is terrible. Normally in North Carolina about this time of year, it's hot. Well, for right now, it's been cold, freezing cold, like it's gonna snow. Then the next day it's 82 degrees. So when you have to go to work, you get out of your bed and you think you know the weather. And you put your clothes on and you go out. It's hot outside. When you get off work to go to break or go to lunch, you get outside, it's cold. Really cold, freezing cold, but you was just out there and it was hot. So I don't know if I need to wear a scarf because the weather keeps changing, or, I need to not come outside for break time or lunchtime to get to my car and I need to bring my food or something. But it took my breath so much where I choked. I was choking and it happened in like seconds. I was choking and I was coughing. And next thing I know, I couldn't talk and I felt like my throat was swelling up. Then I started sneezing. I'm like, oh, here we go. So at work yesterday, I had to drink hot water, like warm, like not warm water, like kind of hot water, because it was so, my throat was feeling like it was closing up and that I couldn't talk at all yesterday. So I'm lucky that I woke up this morning and I can talk. And right now I feel like I sound like a man because my voice is really light. But right now, to me, it sounds kind of deep. But, with the Kenneka part, I've been gone for a while, but I never forgot about the case. I never forgot about Kenneka. I will not forget about Kenneka. I'm going to be up here just like everybody else. But the difference between me, I don't get up here with paperwork. I don't get up here with I know for a fact the case is closed. The case is not closed. The case was closed because they deemed it an accident, because they want people to leave it alone and let it go. The girl was in the ground, and me being a mother, I have a 9-year-old. I could not see myself just putting my kid in the ground knowing that my kid was murdered. That's not me. I know you have to put them in there at some point, but I had to do a lot of research. I got to look at my kid myself, because guess what? A mother knows her kid's facial expressions. That mother knew that Kenneka had been through something when she saw her. And see, you can't change a person's facial expression unless you're a mortician, because a mortician knows how to make someone look a certain way for a funeral. They do work hard to do this, but we as people, we can't do that. So when the mother went into where Kenneka was laying after they got her out of the freezer, that mother said so herself on TV that her daughter did not look right. She looked like she struggled. And how they just let the case go so fast and just was like, oh, it's just an accident. I never saw any one of them, the police officers or the Rosemont people of the employment, go and try to put stuff down in a hotel and tell people you can't come down here, no caution paper, nothing, to backtrack and make sure that she didn't drop anything that was evidence or nothing. The police didn't go in other rooms. They didn't try to see other things. They didn't seek any other option, but it was an accident. People are saying that the police might have had covered this up for the hotel. I don't think that's what it was. I think the hotel is known for doing stuff. that probably wasn't the first death. It might have been something else creepy that happened. And the police just don't want to get into all of that because they know they're not going to be able to solve it. Your daughter died yesterday. You get a call early in the morning that they can't find your daughter. You don't know really how long your daughter's been missing. Then you got to come up there the next day because the police tell you you got to wait 24 hours to do a missing persons report. That's what's wrong with this world. 24 hours for a missing persons report will have a person dead in no time. We can't do a missing persons report and then say, oh, I'm going to go out here after 24 hours. I'm going to go look for my child. Your child is probably already dead because the police have to make a law about 24 hours missing persons report. Instead of getting up and saying, you know what, if that was my kid, I would be looking for them too. They don't think like that because it's not their kid. But if it was the police officer's kid, the whole police department would have that person's back. And that person would get up right then, missing or not, 19, 21 or not, they would get up and go look for their loved one. But when you're on the other side of the table looking in, you don't care about, oh, this person is really concerned about their child. Oh, the police said, oh, she's probably out partying. You know, she probably call you later or she probably come in. You know how kids are. All kids are not the same. And if that mother came to the police, it is because she was told that her kid, they couldn't find her kid. My problem is when your kid's best friend call you and tell you she can't find her, you know your kid is usually with that best friend. I would have did the same thing. I know who my kid hangs out with, and they call me and tell me, oh, we can't find him or her. I am going to do the same thing. I need to call the police because if they don't know where she at, where is she at? Because eventually she's going to pop up with them. That's common sense. But the way the police is really messed up how they are. They don't care. They don't want to do their job. A missing persons report. This woman telling you this girl been missing all this time. Y'all wasting time going by. Her mother probably could have found her if the police would have did what they were supposed to do. Her mother probably would have found her alive. But no, the hotel did not do their job either. Did not find the material the mother needed. The mother just wanted to see the tapes so she could backtrack and see where her daughter was going. Now, if you didn't have anything to hide, why did you not just let the mother see the tapes so she could find her daughter? That's my problem. People blaming this on other people and stuff like that. It's so much stuff that you don't gotta look at the videos that the police give you. I don't really look at those too much. You know why? Because the police gave them. The way the police acting, they acting like they got something to do with it. They giving out little snippets and bits and pieces of the stuff. It's like you gotta sit there and go through that stuff, and they want you to go through it because they know somebody gonna be dumb enough to go through all that stuff, and the whole time they throwing you off because they know what happened. I'm pretty sure the police and whoever works for that hotel, I'm pretty sure they know somebody in the police department. And this is not about the hotel setting anybody up because we don't know who did it, but I can tell you this right here. If the hotel knows something happened there, first of all, they don't want their business in jeopardy because of a murder. If somebody finds out, oh, somebody got murdered here in the freezer, nobody knows who did it, that hotel's rankings is going to go down. Nobody's not going to want to stay there. But if the people find out, hey, a girl accidentally walked into a freezer, she died, they going to be like, well, that was her. She walked into the freezer. It wasn't a murder. So they're going to keep continuously coming to that hotel. But when you talk about murder and they know they had to solve this case and they know they didn't have any direction, there's too many directions to go in. So they didn't have the right direction. They didn't have, when they got there, it was already late anyway. They didn't have a good stern standpoint to move on. They had so many directions they could go. They knew they weren't going to be able to solve this murder. But the police officers are friends with the hotel staff. Not the employees. I'm talking about the people over the hotel. So, because they know each other, the police are in hand with them like, yes, we don't know what happened, but we're going to say it was an accident. If you don't believe me, be a business person and think about that. Just put yourself in that hotel's position. I got all these people coming up here to spend the night and give me their money. I get up here and tell these people that a black girl was found in the freezer. Is these people going to want to stay here when I don't know who did it to her? Nobody's going to want to stay at that hotel unless you say it was an accident and she accidentally walked into the freezer. But the part about this is they continue to ask you to give the information of how this girl walked into this freezer. We need the video clippings. We need whatever information, if you got witnesses, to tell us how she walked in here. And you give us that, and everybody will stop. If they saw Kenneka walking into that freezer, everybody would stop doing the stuff that they're doing on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. But that's not what's going on. People are seeing a cover-up. America has an open mindset. And there are many people in America that keep an open mind. I'm one of them. You can get on TV, you can be a cop all you want to, but you are a human being to me. And you can tell me she was murdered or it was an accident. Either way, I want to know why she was murdered if you're going to tell me she was murdered. Either way, if it was an accident, I need to see how the accident happened. I need a visual, and I need it to be a facts, not something that you up here telling me, well, when I saw. I didn't see it. I want to see it. I don't care about what you saw. Because that's another thing. Andrew Holmes is the reason why some people strayed away from this case, because he's the one that said that she actually walked into the freezer and he saw the video. But now that you ask him, did he see it? He retracted his statement and said he didn't see no video. That's because that girl did not walk into that freezer by herself. This is my opinion, and this is my opinion only. This is what I think happened to Kenneka. Kenneka was at that party just like everybody else partying, doing her thing. People, as you can see, was passing drinks and stuff. Now, what was in the drinks, we don't know. But from what the autopsy report says, there were 2 types of drugs in her system along with alcohol. So that means somebody breaking pills up, crunching them up, throwing them in drinks, and passing drinks. Kenneka's mother also said that Kenneka and her don't take liquor very well. They said it only takes a little bit and they're drunk. So they really don't drink like that. Being at a party and being 19, peer pressure is a mug. And I'm going to tell you that. Peer pressure is not a joke. Being at a party and you see everybody drinking, and then somebody pass you a drink and they be looking at you like, oh, so you're not going to drink this? Or, oh, girl, come on, drink this. You feel grown already because you at this party. You don't want to look like a little kid, so you take the drink and you drink it. You know if you sip a little bit, somebody's going to pick on you and be like, oh, look at her, she can't take nothing. So you drink the drink knowing that you cannot tolerate alcohol, but you don't know what's in the drink. You don't know that there are other things, other substances in this drink that you're drinking. So you're drinking this. People are watching you the whole time. You don't know if somebody put the stuff in the drink to set you up because they know, her friends knew that she don't take drink very well because they said themselves that they don't take drink very well. So how I'm looking at this is, if her friends knew she didn't take drink very well, her mother, how many other people in that party done seen her before not take drink very well? But instead of her not drinking, she did have a cup, and I did see her with a cup. One of them spilled, but the second one, I saw her raise it to her lips, and that's in a video. That's not something we made up. The problem with that is, how much did she drink? We don't know. Now, I'm just going to be real, and this is my opinion. Somebody can force drink down your throat. you're going to fight back. With the autopsy report, with me, it depends on how much they found. If they found a lot, then I myself am thinking she drunk it because she thought it was just liquor and somebody put some stuff in her cup. She did not think about it could be something else in this drink. Who does think about that? You know, now we have to because there are date rape drugs and some of everything. Me personally, I don't drink like that. And I don't drink stuff that people pass to me. I bring my own or I'm not drinking nothing. So it's like you put that in consideration. Then they feel like they got her. Okay, we got her. She weak. She been drinking. We got her. You know what I'm saying? Because then you start looking at a person and you start seeing them change because they've been drinking. And then you see them flopping around, moving slowly in slow motion. And then you feel like, oh, we got them. Then I feel like whoever did it, whether it be the employees or whether it was actually somebody from the party, they knew that she was drunk. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta drink this tea. I gotta put it back in the microwave because, well, listen, I want y'all to think I be making tea out of the microwave. I didn't make the tea out of the microwave. I made the tea from the stove, but the tea got cold several times. But this is chamomile tea with honey and lemon, so I don't like wasting tea, especially not that kind. That's the good kind. But like I was saying, they got her where they wanted her. The bad part about the hotel, people watching you in the hotel all the time. When you walk in the door, they looking in your face. This girl never saw really at 19, you don't think about what people are thinking of you, what people are saying about you. And they walking around the hotel drunk. They walk around the hotel drunk, just, being kids. No care in the world, not knowing that the hotel people are looking at you guys. They see y'all drunk. They know y'all wasted. That's where I feel like she messed up at, because the hotel, somebody in that hotel could have thought, ooh, I got a chance to set this girl up. Somebody from that party might have got with somebody in that hotel, and it didn't have to be nobody big. It could have been somebody that just worked there. Look, man, my friend girl having this party, I told her to have it here because I'm trying to set somebody up. It could have been anything like that. That's what I'm telling you guys. You have to have an open mind. Stop blaming it on her mother and people who care about her. Start blaming it on the right people. I feel like if it wasn't the hotel should have stood up for what was right. The hotel should have been like, you know what? This is wrong. This girl should not go down like this. Now I'm putting water in the pot because I'm trying to drink tea all day. No, I ain't trying to lose no weight. I'm already skinny. As you look at my arm. As you can see, I'm small. And that's what I'm telling you. Look how small I am. If I went into a freezer, I would be right out of that freezer. You know why? Because it's cold in there. I'm not going to stay in the freezer. I don't care. Listen, at the end of the day, we're all human beings at the end of the day. I'm not going to stand in no freezer for no hours and hours. I don't care how drunk I am. If I feel cold, I'm getting out of there. I'm going to get out of there. And that freezer on the back side where you're at, it has an emergency unlock. So it's not like you got to get in there and get stuck. You don't. But that's why we got people like us. Because people like us, we can actually figure out what's going on. We can actually look through stuff. We all got different types of ways that we going, maybe this happened, maybe that happened. I really don't know. But you guys stay tuned. I might do another video in a few minutes or later on it could be about something different. But I want you guys to know that Kenneka is always will be in my channel. So if you're watching my channel and you like my channel, like the fact that I like justice for somebody who I don't even know, that is just a caring person. I am a very caring person. I don't care if I'm living. I'm living. God is watching over me right now. But any one of us can go at any point, given time in life. And if you had a family member that died and you don't know what happened to them, you should want justice for that person and for the next, that their parents can't figure out what happened to them. I have people in my family that were murdered and nobody knows what happened. And I've always been, growing up, always been like interested in what happened to people. Why did this happen to this person? Why do people do these things to people when they know they're going to prison? And the only thing I can come up with at the end of the day is evil or chemically imbalanced people. When you're chemically imbalanced, you don't have any control over your actions, even though society makes you have control over them. So we got some chemically imbalanced people in the world, and that's what happened with Kenneka. Somebody just did some really crazy and fucked up stuff. I'm sorry, I don't like cussing on YouTube, but this case right here really got to me because nobody's doing anything really. Everything, like police department, feds, all those type of things, it's like it's out of reach. And so we have to continue on YouTube. I have Twitter too, where I have a group for Justice for Kenneka. So I don't want you guys to think I'm just up here making videos. I'm not. I have a Twitter page with Justice for Kenneka. And we have followers up there too. And we talk about, we just say little things. And, people like it and they post it. And that's what I'm telling you. Like, this is not a game. This is not a joke. But for right now, I'm getting ready to drink some more tea, and hopefully you guys stay in tune and stay tuned to my next video, because I have not been up here so long. I'll probably do one tonight, and then I'll probably do one tomorrow, and I'll probably have to just keep doing them until, I, get back where I'm supposed to be at, because right now, I told you my grandmother died, so I haven't been really my mindset has been a little off from the usual just. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any questions, you can post them. If you have any concerns, you can post them. If you have something you want to talk about with Kenneka, you can post it. Please do not post anything negative on my feed, because I will block you off of here, because this is not about you. This is about us as a people and us getting justice for other people, or us pushing for justice. We're not police officers. We're not the judge. We're not God. But we can talk about it and we can let them know that it's not right. Thank you. And you guys have a good night. And I'm just on the case as always.